Hello, welcome to Direct Start, and you're welcome to our biology class today. In our lesson today, we are going to be learning about mitosis. And at the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the purpose of cell division. You should be able to describe the processes and stages of mitosis. And also, you should be able to relate each type of cell division to asexual and sexual reproduction. Now let's go further. Have you heard or did you know that those dust that you find hanging around in your rooms are not as a result of the dust from the surroundings? These dusts are a result of cell division. They are coming from the dead cells in your body or the skin. Sounds amazing, right? Okay, so let's go for that. Multicellular organisms usually require a continuous supply of new cells. They need these for growth, for development, and for the repair of worn-out tissues. Plants, animals, and even humans all require this continuous supply of new cells. As in the case of younger children, babies, or even younger organisms, the need for the continuous supply of new cells is paramount. And in the case of older persons, the need for the supply of new cells is also paramount because they need to replace those cells that are worn out. So to achieve this, the need for continuous supply of new cells is required. So there is a process that we call the cell cycle. The cell cycle is simply the process by which our cells are generated. These cells that are generated are what we use for the continuous supply of new cells. So in the cell cycle, there are a number of stages involved. The first stage is the growth. The second stage is the replication of the DNA and mitosis, and the final stage is the cell division. So now let's look at this a little more closer. When we talk about growth as the step one, every cell needs to grow. Every cell has to grow. And as they grow, the number of subcellular structures or cell organelles found inside of them increases. So then it gets to a point or a stage whereby they are matured enough to replicate or to divide. Then for the stages of cell division, what happens there? Okay, so now let's take a look at this. There is a series of stages involved. When we're talking about mitosis, there are a series of stages involved, which can you can actually use the acronym IPMAT to remember it. So I will be breaking down all the stages and the steps for you. Note, in mitosis, there is only one step involved. Sorry, there is only one stage involved, unlike meiosis that has two different stages. So the first stage in mitosis is the point or the stage whereby the DNA replicates itself. That is the very first thing that happens in any cell division. So we are looking at mitosis now, And the first thing that happens is the replication of the DNA. So after the DNA replicates, what happens next? Then next comes the chromosomes. So if you take a look at this diagram right here, you would see that there is actually no definite shape right here. This is because at the initial stage, before the cell division occurs, when the cells are just carrying out their own activities, there is no definite shape for the DNA or the chromosomes. So the chromosomes, the DNA, everything just assumes this mass of scattered chromatin granules. It's just a mass of scattered chromatin granules. So when the cell division is about to start, then the DNA, after replication, it then condenses. So when it condenses, it forms the chromosomes, the X-shaped chromosomes that we see, just like you can see it right here. Then after this stage, the next thing that happens is the spindle fibers. These are certain cell organelles that its function is to arrange all the organelles inside the cell. So at this stage, at this point of cell division, the spindle fibers helps to separate each sister chromatids from each other. Then it's, as you can see it right here in the diagram, it separates them, it pulls them to each end of the cell. It pulls them away from each other to different poles of the cell, just like you can find right here in this diagram. So after it does this, the next thing that happens is that the cell slowly starts to divide. So the point of division, or after the cell fully divides, that process of division is what we call the cytokinesis. That is the division of the cell. So when the cell divides, we have two new daughter cells. That is to tell you that the end product of mitosis, it results in the formation of two new daughter cells. So we will be stopping in our class for today. I hope you enjoyed the lessons. Please do well to like, to share, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.